Good morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Hakal. The top stories first. Executive Chairman of NCP hints at party breakdown. Top leaders stress on maintaining unity. Coronavirus claims 23 more lives across the country. Total number of cases climbs to 173,000. Government instructs state-owned hospitals not to collect deposits, tells all units to provide prompt service to COVID patients. Indian troops kill top Kashmiri militant commander. Police claim the leader was killed in a gun battle. And Kings 11 Punjab and Rajasthan Royals miss out on playoff places. Kolkata keeps qualification hopes alive. And now the news in detail. Executive Chairman of Nepal Communist Party, Pushpa Kamal Dahal, has revealed that the ruling party is on the verge of a split. During a meeting held at his residence in Kumaltar yesterday, Dahal briefed the party leaders that Prime Minister KP Oli has hinted at parting ways between the two major factions of the party. He told the leaders that his meeting with Prime Minister Oli to resolve intra-party rift could not be fruitful but instead turned hostile. Meanwhile, leaders present during yesterday's meeting stressed that the party should not be split at any cost. They were of the view that every leader must follow the party's decision and it is the responsibility of everyone to protect party unity. Some of the top leaders present during the meeting included former Prime Minister Jhalanath Khanal, Madhav Kumar Nepal, Party Vice President Bamdev Gautam, Party spokesperson Narankaji Shrestha and Home Minister Ram Bahadur Thapa. General Secretary of Nepal Communist Party Bishnu Paudel has said that the ruling party is at crossroads and faces grave threat to party unity. Paudel said in a tweet that the party is facing existential crisis due to the rift between the party leaders. He hinted that the current situation is a result of the tussle between the top leaders. He also pointed out to the fact that party's unity has been threatened due to the clash of egos of the leaders. Paudel also urged all leaders as well as party rank and file to resolve the disputes through dialogue and to work towards seeking a solution to the present crisis. Coronavirus has claimed 23 more lives across the country. Ministry of Health and Population confirmed the fatalities yesterday. With this, the death toll from coronavirus in Nepal has climbed to 960. Meanwhile, the total number of coronavirus cases in the country has reached 173,567. The government yesterday confirmed 2,824 new cases of coronavirus across the country during the latest rounds of tests. Kathmandu alone reported 1,362 new cases, while Lalitpur and Bhaktapur confirmed 164 and 96 cases respectively. According to the Health Ministry, 134,842 patients have recovered from the disease so far, while the number of active cases currently stands at 37,765. The government has directed all government hospitals to provide medical service without any initial deposits. The government hospitals had been asking for an initial deposit to treat COVID-19 patients, claiming it was a directive from the government. The government hospitals inside the Kathmandu Valley as well as those outside had issued a joint notice claiming that all hospitals will require initial deposits to be made before any form of treatment is initiated. According to the spokesperson at Health Ministry, Professor Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, clarification has been sought from all the hospitals which issued the joint notice. The government had previously directed all state-owned hospitals to treat COVID-19 patients for free if they couldn't afford the treatment. Medical experts have requested everyone to be extra careful from flu during the winter season, citing the increased risk of contracting coronavirus during this time. Doctors have requested anyone with symptoms of seasonal flu to remain at home and treat the flu with home remedies instead of coming to the hospitals where chances of contracting the virus remains high. The doctors claim that almost all ICU beds of many hospitals are currently occupied by treatment of coronavirus patients. Dr. Raksha Gautam, who is currently working at Alka Hospital, advised everyone with symptoms of seasonal flu to remain at home and use home remedies to cure the disease.
अलिअलि नाकहरुबाट सिगानहरु बग्ने पातलो खाले खोकी सामान्य घाँटी अलिअलि दुख्ने हैन जिउ हल्का आँखाहरुको गेडाहरु दुख्ने जस्तो छ टाउको अलिअलि दुख्या छ जस आफुलाई चाहिँ नि त्यति सारो पहिला यस्तो भइसकेको छ भन्ने एउटा हुन्छ के त्यो पहिलाको कमन कोल्डको सिम्पटम्सहरु चाहिँ यस्तो मलाई पहिला नि भएको थियो भने जस्तो हुन्छ घरमै तातो पानी मन तातो पानी खाने हैन पानीको मात्रा बढाउने शरीरमा है
Dr. Gautam claimed that the general symptoms of seasonal flu, like mild common cold, body aches, and throat discomfort, should not be taken as alarming symptoms. She warned that unnecessarily visiting the hospitals will put anyone at an increased risk of contracting the coronavirus and therefore asked everyone to use home remedies to cure the seasonal flu.
जस्तै प्यारासिटामोलहरु चाहिँ राख्ने है प्यारासिटामोल चाहिँ सामान्य ज्वरो टाउको दुखाइ छ भने चाहिँ घरमै प्यारासिटामोल बरु 6-6 घण्टा 8-8 घण्टामा मिलाएर खाने यति गर्नु भयो भने पनि धेरै 2-3 दिनमा धेरै सुधार पाउनुहुन्छ आफुमा है आत्तेर हुन्छ नि हतार गर्दै हस्पिटल आएर फेरि हस्पिटलमा आएर चाहिँ एक्सपोज हुने रिस्क बढी भयो के अहिले नभएको फ्लू पनि लिएर जानु भइराछ के बिरामीहरुले
Although some people with strong immune system can overcome the coronavirus after a couple of weeks of infection, chronic patients, children and older people have a higher risk of losing their lives. And therefore, Dr. Gautam urged everyone to remain vigilant and use maximum precaution to prevent getting infected. And now the news from the economic front. The flight schedule between India and Nepal, which had long been cancelled due to the coronavirus, will not come into operation for another month. The flights between the two nations will not resume immediately after the government of Nepal rejected the air bubble scheme brought by the Indian government to take back the citizens of different countries currently stationed in India. Earlier, the Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation had sent a proposal to the CCMC urging for the flights to be reopened from October 17th. The ministry informed that although the proposal had been sent to the cabinet by the CCMC, it was not approved. The flights between the two nations have been suspended after the initial lockdown began on March 24th, which has stranded many citizens of the two nations. Welcome back, and now the international news. Indian security forces killed the chief of the largest militant group in Kashmir in a gun battle on Sunday, according to Reuters. News agency reported that the disputed region has been riven by violence more than a year after New Delhi withdrew its semi-autonomy. The killing takes the number of militants killed in the Muslim-majority region so far this year by Indian troops to 190, Reuters cited police official Vijay Kumar as saying. According to the news agency, Saiful Islam Mir, commonly known as Saifullah, chief of the Hizbul Mujahideen militant group, was shot dead in Kashmir's main city of Srinagar. The overall head of the Pakistan-based Hizbul Mujahideen is militant commander Syed Salahuddin, whom Washington placed on a list of global terrorists in 2017. India and Pakistan both claim Kashmir in full but rule in part. New Delhi has long accused Pakistan of supporting an armed insurgency in the Himalayan territory, a charge Islamabad denies. Last August, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government reorganized the state of Jammu and Kashmir, splitting it into federally administered territories, promising better governance. Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan said on Sunday his government will give provisional provincial status to a part of Kashmir, drawing condemnation from India, which has long objected to any such changes by Islamabad. According to Reuters, Khan's proposal would apply to Gilgit-Baltistan region, which is Pakistan's only land link to China and lies in the northern part of the larger Kashmir region. Both Delhi and Islamabad have claimed all of Kashmir since gaining independence 73 years ago and have fought 2 wars over the territory. Indian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Anurag Srivastava said Delhi firmly rejects the attempt by Pakistan to bring material changes to a part of Indian territory under its illegal and forcible occupation. Last year, India angered Pakistan by announcing changes to the status of Kashmir, taking away some of the region's privileges. Both sides control parts of Kashmir, which is divided between them by United Nations mandated line of control. UN observers are still stationed in the region. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Kings 11 Punjab and Rajasthan Royals have both lost their chances to qualify for the playoff places in the Indian Premier League. Chennai Super Kings dashed the Kings 11 Punjab's hopes of qualifying for the playoff places on Sunday as MS Dhoni's men finished the tournament on 12 points, winning their final match. The team from Punjab narrowly missed the playoff places after stitching together 5 wins in a row. Chennai finished the tournament in the 7th place, just ahead of Rajasthan Royals, who were beaten comprehensively by Kolkata Knight Riders. In the second match on Sunday, Kolkata kept their hopes alive of qualification by beating Rajasthan Royals. Kolkata currently is on 14 points and 4th on the table. The game between Delhi Capitals and Royal Challengers Bangalore could prove pivotal today, as both teams are locked on 14 points with Kolkata. A heavy loss for either Delhi or Bangalore could give Kolkata a playoff berth automatically, regardless of the result between Sunrisers and Mumbai tomorrow. Only Mumbai Indians have qualified for the playoff places. Substitute Cristiano Ronaldo scored twice on his return after 2 weeks out with COVID-19 as Juventus won at Serie A newbies Spezia. The 35-year-old, who missed 4 games, slotted in to make it 2-1 3 minutes after coming on in the second half. His second was an audacious Panenka penalty after Adrien Rabiot's cool finish had given Juve a 2-goal advantage. Earlier, Alvaro Morata gave the visitors the lead before Tommaso Pobega equalized for Spezia. The Turin club move up to second in the table with 12 points, 4 behind AC Milan. AC Milan defeated Udinese by 2-1 with Frank Kessie and Zlatan Ibrahimovic scoring for the Milan club. In another match, AS Roma defeated Fiorentina by 2-0 with goals from Leonardo Spinazzola and Pedro Rodriguez. After 6 rounds of matches, AC Milan lead the table with 16 points, followed by Sassuolo with 14 and Juventus and Atalanta both on 12 points. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Executive Chairman of NCP hints at party breakdown. Top leaders stress on maintaining unity. Coronavirus claims 23 more lives across the country. Total number of cases climbed to 173,000. Government instructs state-owned hospitals not to collect deposits, tells all units to provide prompt service to COVID patients. Indian troops killed top Kashmiri militant commander. Police claim the leader was killed in a gun battle. And Kings 11 Punjab and Rajasthan Royals miss out on playoff places. Kolkata keep qualification hopes alive. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.